Everyone is part of a bigger story. It's a bigger story than you can imagine. It's a big story about a really big God. Discover the story that shows you the character of God. What's up? I'm Caleb, and this... Oh, hold on, wait for it. This is my Bible. And the Bible isn't just a handful of stories. No, it's an entire library. History, poetry, dreams, eyewitness accounts, and all of it fits together to tell one big story. How God created each one of us. How he loves us so much that he's made a way for us to live with him forever. But the story takes time to unfold. Hundreds of years. Actually, thousands of years. We're still waiting to see exactly how it will all play out. That takes patience. And I have 4 stories right here that walk us through what it can look like. We start off in the book of Luke. It takes a while to get that far. Here, we meet a man named Simeon, who has been serving and worshiping God his whole life. In fact, God's Spirit has given Simeon an incredible promise. You will not die before you see the one God is sending to save us. What? That's amazing! Incredible! Except there's no timeline. No day or even year circled in red on the calendar. It's like having to wait for Christmas your whole life. Now it's time to jump back to the Old Testament and the book of Exodus. Almost back to the beginning. God has freed his people from slavery in Egypt and led them through the desert to Mount Sinai. Now, their leader, Moses, has been called up to the mountain to talk to God. And the people, they're getting restless. But instead of waiting patiently, they decide to rustle up their own golden opportunity. And the results are incalculably bad. Moving on. Let's slide back to the first book of the Bible, Genesis. Esau is Isaac and Rebekah's oldest son, born moments before his twin brother Jacob. But those few minutes mean that Esau will gain special rights and property one day. That is, until Esau comes in from a day of hunting with an empty belly. And he's so hungry that he might just trade his entire birthright for what's basically a spicy bean hot pocket. Let's wrap up in the Gospel of Matthew. Here, God's people have been waiting for hundreds of years for the rescuer God promised long ago. And they're on the lookout for a king or a warrior. But instead, a carpenter turned teacher shows up riding a donkey along the dusty road into Jerusalem. The people may not be sure who he is, but they're ready with palm branches and an impromptu parade. True patience means that no matter how much you want something, you're willing to wait. Whether that's 5 minutes or 5 years. And I can't wait, or can wait, to see how it plays out in you and me.